I'm Bill DeFoi with the Heritage Medía-Group. We're out here at St. John's Pleasant Valley Hospital in Camarillo. They're about to have a groundbreaking ceremony, and we'll be bringing that to you, and also some interviews with some of the movers and shakers here at the groundbreaking ceremony. Right now I'm joined by my colleague and good friend Paul Montgomery. And Paul, this is going to be an exciting afternoon.
Yes, it is. There's quite a few dignitaries that are going to join us today. In fact, one of our good friends, Father Klein, is going to be with us here today, and it's exciting for the community of Camarillo, this new facility. And back to steal a little thunder from Father Klein, he's all excited because it's going to include a new chapel.
Oh my gosh, well, you'll hear all about that as we progress through. Right now, let's go to the ceremony, and it's already in progress.
And today, we celebrate the groundbreaking for an addition, a new addition, beautiful addition, through which we can continue to serve the needs of the community. Today, Mercy Day, the anniversary of the first establishment of the House of Mercy in Dublin, is the perfect day for the breaking of holy ground, right here, right now. Today we bring our hearts, our heritage, our financial resources, our commitment to this endeavor. We gather to celebrate, to be, and to do mercy. And with conviction and pride and joy, we break holy ground.
We're going to break away from the actual groundbreaking ceremony as we caught up with Father Klein, who's part of the Pastoral Care office. I'm joined right now by one of my favorite all-time friends, Father Klein. This is an exciting day out here at St. John's Pleasant Valley.
It is. It's a great day. It's a wonderful beginning for actually what is to come in the perspective of sharing some of that mercy, some of that joy of taking care of this humanity.
And, you know, as part of the pastoral care staff, it must be exciting that this hospital is going to come alongside patients and their families to offer support and love.
It is. Of course, the environment in which such care for those who are sick is taking place is of great importance. It's part of that healing environment. And specifically, this new beginning for the hospital comes for the spiritual care department with the goodies of a future chapel, which we're really excited about. Just today, for the celebrations of Mercy as well, we met with the architect and we saw the plans, the drawings for the new chapel. And it's just impressive. We're looking forward to it.
Wonderful. I'm sure that patients and family members alike will benefit by that new chapel.
It will be open to all and will be really at the heart of the new facility and the new construction, and it will bring the spiritual dimension at the forefront of what we're trying to do in our community here.
Father Klein, it's always a pleasure to see you again.
Pleasure, it's all mine. Good
all
to be
right.
with you.
And we're going to continue on here at Pleasant Valley Hospital in Camarillo.
At this time, I'd like to proceed with the blessing of the soil and invite Monsignor Michael Jeanette to come forward.
I wasn't asked to say anything, but then again, I wasn't asked not to say something. And I want to take this opportunity and speak insofar as I can for the entire church, for this wonderful work of mercy that you continue, the Sisters of Mercy's outreach, the work of Christ, in such love and graciousness. I really am thankful to all those staff as well as this community, and that you continue this terrific and marvelous work. I am so proud of you and the Sisters of Mercy, and that you continue this great outreach. Thank you. Thank you. We have the blessing. I have my altar server here, Father Cahill. Oh, I was asked why wasn't I to see the Pope. I said, oh, I'd much rather be here. And it's true. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. May the grace and peace of God our Father, the source of all blessings, be with you all. As we bless this ground, we stand at a sacred intersection where science and technology meet mercy and humanity. As we bless this ground, we set it apart for the special purpose of healing body, mind, and spirit. The work we are beginning today should enliven our faith and make us grateful. We know the familiar words of the psalm, "If the Lord does not build the house, in vain do the laborers labor." Whenever we look to the interests of our neighbor or the community and serve them, we are, in a sense, God's own co-workers. Let us pray for divine help through this celebration, my brothers and sisters, that God will bring this hospital construction to a speedy, successful completion, and that holy protection will keep those who work here safe. We have the blessing of the new building site. Let us ask God, the creator and builder of all, that the work we begin will contribute to the building up of God's kingdom and join us in faith and love to Christ, who is the cornerstone. All-powerful, ever-merciful God, you have created all things in the universe. You have made Jesus the foundation of your kingdom. Through the gift of your eternal wisdom, grant that the undertaking we begin today for your glory and the health and well-being of our community may progress day by day to its successful completion. We ask this through Christ our Lord.
Amen.
Bless those who will construct this building. May they be safe in doing God's work. May the jobs created by this project sustain families and build our community. Who are the workers? I'll get them when I get everybody. Bless this community who will support this new place of healing. May the future generations who come to this hospital experience hospitality and hope, comfort and prayer, mercy and human kindness. And all together we say, Amen. Amen. Especially you, to cool you off.
We'll get back to the groundbreaking ceremony in just a moment, but first we caught up with Jerry Zins, who's the board president of the St. John's Healthcare Foundation. And we're back out here in Camarillo at St. John's Pleasant Valley Hospital. I'm visiting with the board president of the foundation, Jerry Zins, and I got to tell you, Jerry, this was an incredible event today.
It was wonderful. It was. We had a great showing from the community. We have great support for our venture of building the new patient addition, and it's going to be state-of-the-art. We're looking forward to it here in Camarillo.
Now, what is all included with the build-out of the hospital?
Well, my understanding is right now they are redoing the back parking lot because they're going to be taking over the front parking lot here of the hospital. So they're reconfiguring the parking lot in the back so that all these cars can move back there, and then they can start construction. And we're hoping construction is going to begin within the next 4 to 6 months.
I know that the city of Camarillo has been very supportive of this effort to get this new extension built on.
Correct, and they even are assisting in funding us with the catheterization lab with certain components of that, and we're quite honored, and we think it's a wonderful thing that the city is doing for us.
So I know that the emergency room is going to be expanded, some new private suites are going to be added, and a cardiac care facility.
Correct, and I think that the biggest plus right now is if you've ever been in the patient rooms here, it's kind of like a pie-shaped configuration, rather small, maybe 2 or 3 people can get in. With the designs with the new patient rooms, they're going to be, you can get a whole family in there. As a matter of fact, there's even going to be a pull-out bed for family members who can spend the night there.
That is wonderful, and a lot of family members do just that. If a loved one is in the hospital, they don't want to leave their side to offer up support and prayers and all of that.
Correct. And so we're just looking forward to that. As the chairman of the board, I would be remiss in saying we do have naming opportunities with all of the patient rooms. So if you have any interest in donating, please see me or one of our board members.
And how can they get a hold of you or any of the board members to help out financially?
You can contact the St. John's Healthcare Foundation. They're located at the regional plant in Oxnard. Don't have the phone number off the top of my head, but if you call the hospital and ask for the foundation office, you'll be directed to them directly.
Jerry Zins, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, sir.
All right, we're going to continue on here at St. John's Pleasant Valley in Camarillo.
I'd now like to invite Jerry Zins, chair of our foundation board, to share a few words. Well, good afternoon. We cool enough yet? A little bit of a breeze? Once again, I'm Jerry Zins. I'm the chairman of the St. John's Healthcare Foundation Board. I'd like to welcome you all this afternoon to this wonderful dedication of the continuation of excellence of our local St. John's Hospital, Pleasant Valley. Today, we start a new era of patient care and dedicated service here to our neighborhood hospital. I would like to take you back for just a moment to where St. John's Pleasant Valley Hospital began, all the way up to where we are today. In 1974, the hospital was founded by a group of community leaders and physicians who believed that the Camarillo community needed a quality health care facility. In 1976, Pleasant Valley Hospital received accreditation from the Joint Commission of Accreditation Hospitals. In 1986, groundbreaking began for the 99-bed skilled nursing facility, which is today our subacute facility, just off to the left of me here. In 1993, Pleasant Valley Hospital became known as St. John's Pleasant Valley Hospital after it merged with St. John's Regional Medical Center in Oxnard. Together, the two hospitals represent the largest acute care healthcare organization in all of Ventura County. In 1997, St. John's Hospitals joined Catholic Healthcare West as a part of their Central Coast systems of hospitals. Catholic Healthcare West is now known as Dignity Health, and Dignity Health is our partner in the construction of our new patient addition here at Pleasant Valley Hospital. And today we start a new chapter of our local community hospital with the addition of the new patient tower. The new building will include, as Darren pointed out, 50 spacious private patient rooms, a state-of-the-art catheterization lab, 3 advanced operating suites, a beautiful new lobby, and a newly redesigned cafeteria, in addition to a new chapel as well. Our foundation board, we have about 26 of us, has worked diligently over the past couple of years to raise funds for our new patient addition. And I'd like to acknowledge our board members present here today. With the foundation board members that are here, please rise and be recognized by the community here. Thank you, board members, and I'm just going to run down the list real quick. We have, as our board members, David Press, Billy Joe Rodriguez, Nancy Borchard, David Etzel, Joe Berdulis, Sue Chadwick, Elaine Conroy, Chuck Covarrubias, Dee Geverink, Greg Glover, Kelly Hall, Jay Heibel, Dr. Henry Montes, Joe McClevich, Stephen Al, Patty Pommier, Nancy Schreiner, Karina Valavetti, Katie Wanch, Laura Vietz, Bill Scarpino, Elaine Snyder, Chuck Purcell, Mike Foxworthy, Rich Favor, Patrick Carey, and Dan Burrell. Thank you all board members for your hard work. I'd also like to give a real quick shout out to our foundation staff and for their hard work in putting together this function here today, as well as helping the board to raise funds. And first and foremost, I want to introduce Debbie Klein, our Vice President of the Foundation, for her hard work. In addition, her hardworking staff, we have Heather Huffman, Christine Cahill, Jackie Laughton, and Shari Bridges. If you're here, wave your hand, ladies. And I'd also like to acknowledge those members of the St. John's Community Board who are here with us today. If the community board members would please rise just for a moment. I won't call out your names, I promise. Thank you, members, for being here. Our community board members help Darren Lee, our CEO of both of our hospitals, with various high-level decisions associated with our two hospitals on a regular basis. So you have two hard-working volunteer organizations hard at work here for your community hospital. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge and thank the following residents and community leaders here in Camarillo for their generous donations to date to our patient addition project. First, I'd like to thank Nancy and John Borchard, Chris Brown and the Meadowlark Service League, Shanna Cannon and the Ventura County Star, Gil and Aileen Chuck, Elaine and Bill Donnelly with Assisted Home Health, Terry and David Etzel, David's a board member again, the Haas Foundation, Jay and Jill Heibel, Jay's a board member, the Hege family, Bill and Mary Little and the City of Camarillo, St. John's Pleasant Valley Auxiliary, Elaine Snyder, David Press, who is a board member, Billy Joe and Dan Rodriguez, Billy is a board member as well, Bill Scarpino, Borge Reese Vestergaard, Don and Katie Wanch, Katie is one of our board members, and finally the Zins family. We thank all of you who've committed to helping us build a new state-of-the-art facility with our new patient addition. And for those of you whose name I didn't call out, we have opportunities for each one of you. It's called our Circle 2018 campaign. And what we're trying to do is our focus is try to have the new patient addition completed by the year 2018. We need 2018 of you to donate $2,018, which will get us to a goal of about $4 million, okay? Now, if you think about it, $2,018 over a 3-year period is about $56 per month. And that equates to maybe a weekly car wash, maybe a large popcorn and a soda at the movies a couple times a month. But we really like as many of you to think about joining us in helping us to build our local neighborhood community hospital into a state-of-the-art hospital. So I really encourage all of you. We have flyers that look something like this, so please take a flyer. They should be posted at different tables around here. So we'd like all of you to join us here in trying to build a lifelong memory here in Camarillo. Thank you very much.
We'll get back to the groundbreaking ceremony in just a few moments. We happen to catch up with Dr. Davies. He works in the emergency room at Pleasant Valley Hospital in Camarillo. And as we continue on here in Camarillo at Pleasant Valley St. John's, we're visiting with Dr. Davies. Doctor, good to have you with us.
Thank you so much. It's really an honor to be here. It's exciting to see all this talk taking action. So
it must be exciting to see that the hospital is going to be expanding, offer more in the way of patient care and all the facilities that go along with it.
Absolutely. You know, working in the ER, we're super excited about our ER that's really state-of-the-art, but we want to continue that, and we're excited that now the patients will have really top-of-the-line rooms as well, and I think the patients' families will appreciate that.
Well, I know, having been through the ER here, and Dr. Hooper was the attending physician
Right.
the night that I came in. I mean, you're talking top of the line here.
Absolutely. You know, we really have, as far as an ER, we have some of the best doctors from many different programs from around the country. And living in a great area like this, we do get to choose. So it's not just where you go to school, but kind of the whole picture. But really, this is, you know, this new construction effort and this new hospital wing is really what the community needs. So we're so excited about that.
And the emergency department, I mean, that's a life unto itself.
You know, it's true what they say, that the ER is the front door to the hospital, because it really is. You know, at any time, anything can come in, as you know. And, you know, just being ready and having all the capabilities to handle those things is key. So.
All right, so the idea that this is going to expand the ceremony today, that was quite exciting.
You know, it was really special. I thought it was nice how they also dedicated the property. So this just isn't, you know, a business venture. This is really kind of giving back to the community. And they had, you know, they had a spiritual dedication. I thought that was nice, because some people feel, and they say that healthcare is the right hand of the Lord, and we want to be able to be the right hand of the community. So we're very excited that this is starting out on a positive note and with all the greatest intentions.
What an excellent tie-in, and with that, I thank you very much, Dr. Davies. I mean, I like you, but I hope I don't have to see you in the ER. So thank you very
Pleasure.
much.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure now to invite our Mayor, Bill Little, to say a few words.
In the years that I was on the hospital board, early part of this century, I recall every year we had a discussion about when we were going to do something about Pleasant Valley Hospital. And this day has finally come, 15 years after I got started in being involved in this hospital, and I'm so pleased to do it. Actually, I got started earlier than 2000. When I was serving as this city's city manager, because one morning in early 1993, I found myself in a meeting with the Pleasant Valley Hospital administrator. He had called for an appointment to inform the city that his board of directors had decided to sell or merge, or if that wasn't possible, to close this hospital. As an unaffiliated and community-owned hospital, they had decided they could no longer continue operations given the major changes that were occurring in the healthcare during that period of time. You can imagine what they would be like today. As a city manager, I'm sure you would appreciate that the last thing that I want to hear when I'm on duty is that the community hospital may close. That wasn't in my plans for Camarillo. A few days later, I received a call from the president of St. John's Hospital, who at our meeting stated they wanted to let us know that they were going to investigate the possibility of a merger. Well, the rest is history. Following what I recall was a relatively short time period, this merger was completed and our hospital became St. John's Pleasant Valley Hospital. The merger that occurred more than 20 years ago has proven beneficial not only to the hospitals, but to both communities in which they are located. We are here today to celebrate the next chapter in Pleasant Valley's hospital history by breaking ground on a new patient addition. It will provide improved patient care facilities as well as expansion of medical services. No one knows precisely where health care is going in this 21st century, but we do know that wherever it is, Pleasant Valley Hospital will have the facilities and equipment, along with a highly skilled staff to meet the health needs of our community. And for that, we should be all grateful. In support of this very important project, I am pleased to report that the Camarillo City Council has approved a $500,000 grant to purchase equipment in the catheterization lab. So we will. I think this shows what our city council feels is the value of this hospital to this community. I cannot even imagine what this community would be if we did not have this hospital here. It has really been the most fortuitous, not only for the people that serve, but for the community that it represents. And for that, I'm grateful, and I hope all of you are too. I'd like to have, where's Daryl? Darren? As mayor, I generally have one duty, and that is to give out a certificate or a proclamation. And now it's my duty. We happy to provide, on behalf of the City Council, a certificate of recognition to the St. John's Pleasant Valley Hospital for the expansion and modernization project and the groundbreaking ceremony. I won't read it all, but I'll just read the last paragraph. The Camarillo City Council congratulates St. John's Healthcare Foundation on its groundbreaking, which signifies its commitment to provide excellent, high-quality health care to the Camarillo community. It's presented this 24th day of September and signed by all 5 members of the City Council of Camarillo. So, Darren, thank you so much for your leadership.
We'll get back to the groundbreaking ceremony in just a few moments. Right now, let's visit with Dr. Lynn Jeffers, a plastic surgeon, and her husband, Dr. Andrew Jeffers, an orthopedic specialist. And as we continue on, we're visiting with Dr. Jeffers and Dr. Jeffers. I'm going to turn to Lynn Jeffers first. Now, Lynn, you're a plastic surgeon.
Yes, I am.
And so where did you get your training?
I trained at the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor. Go Blue.
All right. You know, I was told once, I was into a doctor and I said, you know, what about a facelift? And they said, no way, you just need to have your body lowered.
Good one.
so tell me, you're here and you've seen the dedication ceremony today. Rather exciting.
Oh, it's very exciting. I grew up in Camarillo and I actually volunteered here in high school. So my father was a physician in the community, and so this is a great day for Pleasant Valley Hospital.
It is indeed, and with that, let me turn to your husband, who's an orthopedic surgeon. I don't have any jokes for orthopedic surgeons, so I'll spare you. But this is, as your wife mentioned, a very exciting day for the city of Camarillo and for St. John's Pleasant Valley.
It really is. We've moved here probably about 10 years ago, and we've watched the growth of this area, and we're just very excited to see this go up, because this is going to be a beautiful addition just to not only to assisting with the care, especially the Camarillo residents, but really improving the health care of everything in this local area.
And, you know, St. John's here in Camarillo, I mean, with this being really the only game in town, you really have to have a top-notch facility.
They really do. And, of course, you know, now we have a facility that is going to match the care provided by the people here, because the people here are some of the best in the area. And they really do some top-of-the-line work, and it's nice to have a facility that's going to match that level of care.
All right, now I did think of an orthopedic joke.
I've got a few if you need.
I believe it. I went into the doctor and I said, Doctor, I broke my arm in 3 places. And the doctor said, stay out of those places. And with that, I thank you, Dr. Jeffers. Dr. Jeffers, and we're going to continue on here at St. John's Pleasant Valley in Camarillo.
Thank you, Jerry. I again want to thank each of you for being here today. This is a phenomenal event. It has, as you heard, been years in the making. I want to express my appreciation to all of the dozens of people, literally dozens of people, from our architects to our landscape architects to our designers to internal staff to the survey groups we've used, who have all contributed to this day. And there will be literally hundreds of people going forward who will also contribute to the building up of this new patient addition. I also want to recognize and acknowledge the Adolph Camarillo High School Band. Phenomenal job. I'm especially appreciative when I have teenagers setting great examples when I have my young children with me. So thank you very much for being here.
We'll get back to the groundbreaking ceremony in just a moment. But first, we had the opportunity to speak with Don and Katie Wanch. Don is a former mayor of the city of Camarillo, and Katie is a current board member of the St. John's Healthcare Foundation. I'm Bill DeFoi, and we're back out here at Pleasant Valley St. John's Hospital in Oxnard, and I am joined by Katie and Don Wanch. And Katie, you're a board member with the hospital and the foundation. This is an exciting day with the launch of this new wing.
It's very exciting. I've been on the board since 2001, and this has been a long time coming. All of the members of the foundation have worked very hard, including all the staff and the people here at the hospital, and it's joyful. It's absolutely joyful that we're doing this here today.
Now, I understand the project is to be completed by the year 2018.
Yes, and I don't know if anyone's mentioned it to you before or not, but we have a 2018 club or project going where anyone who'd like to donate $2,018 between now and 2018, they will become a member of the Foundation Humanitarian Society, and there'll be a brick put into the pavement in front of the new hospital. So we're encouraging people to join and become involved in that.
Well, I heard during the ceremony that equates to about $56 a month.
It does. And I realize that that might sound like a lot of money to some people, but there are a lot of people who buy a lot of lattes at Starbucks every day, and even if they only contributed half of that, $56 a month, at the end of the year, it's less than $1,000 a year to belong over a 3-year period. So it is a lot of money, but it isn't a lot of money in the long run based on the facility that will be built here and the benefit that it is to the community. It's going to be wonderful. It'll be really state-of-the-art.
And not only are they investing in the community, but perhaps even health care for themselves down the road.
Absolutely, for everyone. And in order for it to be state-of-the-art, we have to think into the future to try to get an idea of what's coming so that we'll have room for it and be able to expand to adjust for technology, because it changes really from month to month. Every other month there's something new coming here. And in order to attract the best and the brightest from a lot of the medical schools where they're being trained on state-of-the-art equipment, we would like to have a lot of that brought here into the hospital so that it would attract the best and the brightest to come to St. John's.
Well, let's talk to your husband for just a little bit. Don is the former mayor of Camarillo. This must be exciting for you because this project has been on and off the table for many years.
Yes, it has been, and it is very exciting for me. Katie's been on the board longer than I've been on council, but in fact, but I was a planning commissioner, I think, when she went on the board. But whatever she's been doing with the hospital, I end up being a part of that, or in some way, usually tagging along behind her. But I know that she's been involved in a lot of fundraising and with the foundation to supply high-tech equipment for the hospital, regional and Pleasant Valley as it is. But I think with this new addition, they'll have the best that's going. And when she says that'll attract the brightest and best doctors, not that the hospitals don't have great doctors right now, they really do. And I hope it gets built in time because I'm going to be using it right now. Right now.
Aren't we all at some point? I mean, I'm a resident here in Camarillo, and I have used the hospital, trust me. It is really a fine facility. Now, Katie, I wanted to wrap up with you by asking if people wanted to become involved, and I hope they do, how can they go about contacting the foundation and giving their support financially?
They can contact the foundation office, which is located at the Regional Medical Center in Oxnard. All of the people who would answer the phone would be able to give anyone any kind of information about any of the programs we have, any of the society programs that we have. If they'd like to donate to the Circle of Dignity, which is what we've got going now to build this part of the new hospital. And we do have the 2 campuses. So it's St. John's Hospital and 2 campuses, both in Oxnard at the Regional Medical Center and here in Camarillo. And I'd just like to add, I've belonged to a lot of different organizations in a lot of different places in the country. This hospital, the Sisters of Mercy, and the doctors, the nurses, the technicians who work here are so wonderful that when they use the motto, human kindness, that is the motto here. There isn't anyone who walks out of this hospital angry or feeling like they've ever been ignored or neglected. It's been wonderful.
Wonderful.
And if I could sign up, I'm almost termed out, but I can leave for a year and come back, so I'm hoping that they'll let me do that.
Well, I hope that you'll come back and serve another term. And I want to thank Don and Katie Wanch for joining us. And we're going to continue on here at Pleasant Valley St. John's in Camarillo.
I am really excited about being part of the organization, and Monsignor referenced human kindness, and I just want to take a moment. A lot of times we think of human kindness as a brand or a marketing slogan. It really isn't. What it really is the term that was used by patients and visitors when they experienced the exhibition of our core values. When we engage and act out our core values, people experience it on the other end as human kindness. So I want to recognize our staff and our physicians and our volunteers for the human kindness they show to every patient, every day, every time. That is who we are. That's what we're about. And again, I'm really, really excited this day has come. Thank you for attending this groundbreaking. And please take a few moments to visit with each other and enjoy the refreshments that have been hosted by Marie Callender's of Camarillo and Gary Cushing. Thank you again.
We'll get back to the groundbreaking ceremony in just a moment. Right now, let's visit with David Etzel. He is the past chairman of the Healthcare Foundation and a current board member. And we're visiting with David Etzel. And David, what is your role out here at the hospital?
I'm on the foundation board, past chairman, and I've supported the hospital and came out for the groundbreaking today.
It's a wonderful event out here today. A lot of people came out to give support.
Yep, I think everybody realizes that a hospital in your community is an important asset, so it's supported by everybody.
You know, and at one time I heard today that there was even talk that this hospital might even be shut down.
Yeah, that was in the early days with I think in the late 90s, so they did a merger and got stronger, and now they're expanding as the city expands too to provide. I think they want to have it be such a good thing here that people don't have to go to LA or don't think they have to go to LA, because we'll have everything we need right here in our own community.
And it is a wonderful facility. I mean, I've been a patient here. I know what it's like, and I'm glad to see that it's going to expand and offer more services and be able to address the needs here in the community.
No, I agree. We've had a lot of family in here and elderly parents over the last couple of years. We were kind of frequent flyers, and we were impressed at the compassionate care they got. So we want it to stay that way, and so I want to be involved and help support it.
Wonderful. Well, we appreciate your time coming out here and visiting with us.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, David Etzel, and I'm Bill DeFoi. Thank you for joining us here at Pleasant Valley, Camarillo.